Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Kyle and I'm a U-Haul hitch professional. Installing a trailer hitch on your Honda CR-V can help take you on some amazing adventures, like camping, biking, or even towing a U-Haul trailer just about anywhere in North America. Let's go ahead and break down that install. You will need to provide the following tools or supplies to complete this installation. All right, we're gonna start this installation by removing two 10mm fasteners on this underbody panel, one in the back here on the driver's side, one on the back here on the passenger side. All right, following the instructions, it says that there are 7 underbody push fasteners. We only identified 4, so we're gonna start with those 4, remove those and see if we can remove the underbody panel. Remember, tie up your exhaust using a strap. You can tie that to a structural member. All right, now we're ready to lower the exhaust. We're gonna use some soapy water and some exhaust pliers. And we've got a 3rd exhaust hanger here, just right under the lower control arm. All right, now we're ready to fish our bolts into the frame. We're gonna go to these 2 holes here, using this large access hole in the rear. Using fish wires, there's a cool trick. You can actually take your fish wire, measure it, and put a small 90-degree bend in it, make it a little bit easier for it to come out on the access hole. Okay, now we're ready to fish in our bolt and spacer block. Make sure you put on the spacer block first, and then the carriage bolt. We're gonna pull that through the frame. All right, now we can repeat that process on the other side. Okay, now we're ready to put our hitch into place. We're gonna use our U-Haul exclusive hitch jack. Since you're doing this at home, or if you're doing this at home, please get an extra set of hands because this hitch is kind of heavy. All right, so before you completely raise the hitch into place against the frame, you're gonna wanna put our fish wires through the access holes on the hitch to ensure that our bolts line up properly. Okay, so now we're ready to remove our fish wires and we're gonna install our flange serrated nuts. So make sure to install them with the flange towards the hitch. Okay, now we're ready to torque our fasteners to manufacturer specifications using a 19mm socket and an extension. Please refer to the manufacturer directions in the link below. So the final step is going to be to insert our 1/2-inch bolt with our spacer block and nut into the tow hook. So we'll start by inserting the bolt into the driver's side of the hitch, and on the passenger side we're going to install the spacer and the nut. Okay, now that we've got all of our fasteners torqued and tight to manufacturer specifications, we're ready to reinstall our exhaust hangers. We can go ahead and do that. Make sure you get all 3. Okay, so the manufacturer instructions showed a felt style underbody panel. We've got a rigid plastic style underbody panel. So What we noticed is in the reinstallation step of returning the underbody panel to the vehicle, we had some tolerance issues around where it tapers towards the front of the vehicle. So what we've decided to do is to cut right along this edge so that we can still use 4 fasteners to adhere it to the back of the vehicle. And then to perform that cut, we're going to use a power oscillating tool. So now we've got the clearance we need, we can go ahead and reinstall. I'm going to use our 10mm fastener to hold it in place. Okay, now that we've completed our hitch installation, we've pulled the vehicle onto level ground to give you some important measurements for some of your hitch accessories. Okay, so this is a 2" by 2" receiver. From the center of the pinhole to the back of the bumper is 2 3/4 inches, and from the ground to the top of the receiver tube is 13 1/4 inches. These measurements will help you determine the necessary length, rise, or drop of your hitch accessories like a ball mount, bike rack, or cargo carrier. If you have any questions about the products seen in this video, or you'd like to schedule an installation with your local U-Haul Hitch professional, please visit us online at uhaulhitches.com, or you can download the U-Haul app using the link in the description for even more ways to manage your hitch and towing needs.